This Fleet Equipment Unscripted interview is presented by Hendrickson, a leading manufacturer of heavy-duty suspension systems and components to the global commercial transportation industry. Visit hendrickson-intl.com to learn more.
Hi everyone, Jason Morgan, Content Director for Fleet Equipment. Welcome to Fleet Equipment Unscripted. We're here at ATA MC&E. We're at the Volvo booth. We're going to check in with Volvo North America President Peter Verhoeven, get a market update, talk about SuperTruck, and everything else that they announced here. So come along. Always great to catch up with you here at the end of the year at ATA. You had a number of big announcements here.
Yeah.
Want to just get your thoughts on the market overall, though. How was 23 in terms of truck orders, and what are you looking for coming down the line in 24?
So 2023 is a strong year. And it will end a little bit stronger than what we originally believed. So very, very strong year. 2024 will be a strong year as well, although we see some changes in the market. So on one end, we still see the pent-up demand with larger customers. That will continue into 2024. At the same time, the changed economic environment, higher interest rates have an impact also on smaller buyers. So we see a little bit of a shift,
right.
But I think 2024 is going to be a strong year as well.
Okay, that's good news. You have a really cool truck behind you. You got your SuperTruck 2 here. What are some of the big takeaways and lessons learned from this truck as it hits the road now?
So SuperTruck 2, the question was increase your freight efficiency with 100%. As we said during the press conference, we ended up with 134%.
Yep.
The main learnings were that we are continuously striving to increase fuel mileage or freight efficiency.
Yep.
You cannot do that with the driveline alone and with the propulsion alone. And what you see here with the truck behind me is that we've been focusing enormously on aerodynamics.
Yeah.
You see a different windshield,
Yep.
you see different striping, and we've been really working also with the exterior. So going forward, it's going to be freight efficiency going to be driven, of course, by the propulsion, by the driveline, but also by the aerodynamics of the truck itself. And then not only the tractor, but also the trailer behind it.
Right. Switching gears to EV and zero emissions vehicles, big passion here. I know you got your VNR electric over on the other side. Are you starting to see the second wave of adoption there? We've seen the first wave of adoption come in and those take off. What's happening in that segment right now?
So what you see is that we had a number of early adopters that came in with smaller orders, 1, 5, 10, somebody did 14. That was, a couple of years ago, the largest order ever.
Right.
Those same customers are now coming back with 50 and 100 because they see it works. Plus also in their organizations, they are now adapted to this. They have their chargers in place. They know how to work with it. And we also see now some customers that have electric trucks without the backup.
Yeah.
Right? It is that truck and no other truck.
Oh, wow, okay.
So you really see now everybody taking that step towards decarbonizing the transport system, as we call it.
Yep.
But at the same time, what we also said during the press conference, we need to work together.
Yeah.
Infrastructure, incentives, clean energy, etc., etc.
Right.
We all need that in order to make the shift.
Right.
But it's happening, and I like how you call it the second shift. That second shift is happening as we speak.
Right, cool. Well, and some impressive order numbers already for next year for the VNR electric, I know.
Looks very good.
Speaking of that support network, right, you also talked about the investment that's going on in your dealer network.
Yeah.
How do you know where to focus in your network and just bring more support to not only the EV side, but all Volvo customers?
Well, so we have a completely private dealer network, right? Those are all entrepreneurs. And I think what we can say is that since the introduction of the new VNL in 2017, we've seen an enormous appreciation for our product. I mean, we're still a little bit in a situation where we cannot follow the demand, right? It's a very, very strong demand. Our dealers see that. And they go, I mean, they are smart businessmen. They see where they need to be. So if I say it almost goes automatically.
Yeah.
It's product appreciation, requires more service, creates more business opportunities for the whole value chain. And that's when you see then the beautiful developments that we have in our dealer network. Yeah. And the same thing goes for EV. Yeah. They see it works. They see that second shift. And they're all now accelerating their adoption to become electric vehicle certified.
Right. Peter, always great catching up. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks, Jason.